Archangel Michael says, there will be massive change in your life. My beloved child, if these words have found their way to you today, do not dismiss them as mere coincidence. There are moments in life when a soul stands at the edge of a new season without fully realizing it. You may feel restless, uncertain, or even exhausted from carrying burdens that seem too heavy to bear. Yet deep within your heart, there is a quiet voice whispering that something is about to change. According to this inspirational message, I, Michael, servant of the Most High, come to remind you that no season lasts forever. The struggles that have tested your strength, the tears you have cried in silence, and the prayers you thought went unheard have all been witnessed by heaven. A massive change is approaching your life, and although you may not see the full picture yet, the pieces are already moving into place. For a long time, you have walked through valleys of uncertainty. There were nights when you wondered if your situation would ever improve. There were moments when disappointment knocked at your door again and again, making you question whether your hopes were too big and your dreams too far away. But understand this, every challenge has been preparing you for a greater purpose. What seemed like delays were often divine preparations. What appeared to be closed doors were sometimes protection from paths not meant for you. The wisdom of heaven operates beyond human understanding, and even when you could not see it, your life was being guided. The change that is coming will not always arrive with loud announcements or dramatic signs. Sometimes transformation begins quietly, like the first rays of dawn breaking through the darkness. It starts with a new opportunity, an unexpected conversation, a fresh perspective, or a sudden realization that shifts everything. You may wake up one day and discover that the fear which once controlled you no longer has power over your mind. You may find yourself stepping into situations that once seemed impossible. The change begins within before it becomes visible around you. Do not be afraid when old things begin to leave your life. Many people resist change because they are comfortable with what is familiar, even when what is familiar is no longer beneficial. Yet growth often requires release. The branches of a tree must be pruned for healthier growth. The caterpillar must leave its former form behind before becoming a butterfly. In the same way, there are habits, fears, doubts, and relationships that may no longer align with the future being prepared for you. Let them go with trust. What is meant for you cannot be taken away, and what leaves may simply be making room for something better. You have spent enough time doubting your worth. You have questioned whether you were strong enough, talented enough, or deserving enough. But heaven does not measure your value according to the standards of the world. You were created with purpose. Your existence matters. Your voice matters. Your dreams matter. The gifts placed within you were not accidents. They were planted intentionally, and now the season is approaching when those gifts can begin to flourish. Many blessings come disguised as challenges. There may be situations ahead that initially seem difficult, confusing, or unexpected. Yet later you will look back and realize that those moments were turning points leading you toward greater opportunities. Keep your faith steady during times of transition. Trust that every step is part of a larger journey. There are people who have underestimated you. Some have doubted your abilities, questioned your decisions, or spoken negatively about your future. Do not waste your energy trying to prove yourself to them. Your success will speak louder than any argument. Focus on becoming the person you were created to be rather than seeking validation from those who cannot see your potential. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that is perfectly fine. The change approaching your life includes growth in areas you may not expect. It may involve your career, your finances, your relationships, your spiritual life, or your sense of purpose. In some cases, it may involve all of these areas at once. The key is to remain open. Opportunities often arrive in forms different from what we imagined. If you cling too tightly to one expectation, you may miss a blessing arriving through another door. Remember the battles you have already survived. Think about the obstacles that once seemed impossible. There were times when you believed you would never make it through, yet here you are. Stronger. Wiser. More resilient. Every challenge has taught you something valuable. Every setback has added depth to your character. Every tear has watered the seeds of future growth. The coming season is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more fully yourself. The fears that have hidden your true potential are beginning to lose their grip. The confidence that has been buried beneath years of disappointment is ready to rise again. You are not being called to imitate another person's path. You are being invited to walk your own unique journey with courage and faith. Take care of your thoughts during this period of transition. The mind is a powerful garden. Whatever you consistently plant and nurture will eventually grow. If you feed fear, fear grows stronger. If you feed hope, hope becomes stronger. Choose your thoughts carefully. Speak words of encouragement over your life. Replace self-criticism with self-respect. Replace hopelessness with expectation. There may be moments when progress feels slow. Do not mistake slow progress for failure. Great transformations often happen gradually. A seed does not become a tree overnight. A river shapes mountains through steady persistence rather than sudden force. Be patient with yourself and with the process. Trust that meaningful change takes time. You are entering a season where clarity will replace confusion. Questions that have lingered in your mind for months or even years will begin to find answers. Paths that once seemed blocked will begin to open. Decisions that once felt overwhelming will become easier as your understanding grows. Continue seeking wisdom, and remain willing to learn. One of the greatest changes coming into your life is the realization that your strength does not depend solely on external circumstances. True strength comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, what you value, and what purpose guides your actions. When you discover this inner foundation, temporary setbacks lose much of their power to shake you. Pay attention to the opportunities placed before you. Some may appear small at first. Do not overlook them simply because they do not seem dramatic. Many great journeys begin with a single step. Many successful ventures begin with one small opportunity. What seems insignificant today may become life-changing tomorrow. The future being prepared for you requires courage. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. Courage means moving forward despite fear. Every successful person has faced uncertainty. Every meaningful achievement has required risk. Do not wait until you feel completely ready. Growth often happens while you are moving forward. There will be moments when you need to forgive. Holding on to resentment can prevent new blessings from entering your life. Forgiveness does not mean excusing harmful behavior or forgetting painful experiences. It means choosing freedom over bitterness. It means refusing to allow past wounds to control your future. The people who truly belong in your life will support your growth rather than fear it. They will celebrate your progress rather than compete with it. They will encourage your dreams rather than mock them. As you continue evolving, pay attention to who inspires you and who consistently drains your energy. Choose your inner circle wisely. Financial improvements may be part of the changes ahead. Yet remember that true wealth involves more than money. It includes peace of mind, meaningful relationships, good health, personal growth, and a sense of purpose. Pursue success, but do not neglect the things that give life genuine meaning. There is power in gratitude. Even while waiting for future blessings, take time to appreciate what already exists in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that even during difficult seasons, there are reasons to be thankful. A grateful heart often recognizes opportunities that others overlook. The coming transformation is not meant only for your benefit. As your life changes, you will gain opportunities to encourage, support, and inspire others. Your experiences can become sources of wisdom. Your victories can become examples of hope. Your journey can help others believe in their own potential. Do not compare your timeline to someone else's. Every life unfolds differently. Some people bloom early, while others bloom later. Some journeys involve quick breakthroughs, while others require longer preparation. Focus on your own path. Trust the timing of your own growth. You are stronger than you realize. You are more capable than you believe. The challenges you have overcome prove this. Every obstacle has revealed abilities you did not know you possessed. The next chapter of your life will reveal even more. When uncertainty arises, return to faith. Faith is not pretending that difficulties do not exist. Faith is choosing hope despite difficulties. It is believing that possibilities remain even when circumstances seem discouraging. It is trusting that today's struggles do not determine tomorrow's outcomes. The massive change approaching your life begins with a decision, the decision to believe that a better future is possible. Once you embrace that belief, your actions begin to align with your vision. You start noticing opportunities. You begin taking steps. You develop resilience. Transformation accelerates. My beloved child, the season of endless waiting is not meant to last forever. New doors are opening. New opportunities are appearing. New strength is rising within you. Continue moving forward with confidence. Continue believing in your purpose. Continue trusting that every experience has prepared you for what comes next. The road ahead may still contain challenges, but it also contains possibilities beyond what you currently see. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward with wisdom. Walk forward with hope. The story of your life is still being written, and some of the most meaningful chapters have yet to unfold. Remember this message whenever doubt tries to return: change is not your enemy. Change is often the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. Embrace it. Learn from it. Grow through it. And as you do, you may discover that the life waiting ahead is greater than anything you imagined. The dawn of a new season is approaching, and with it comes renewed strength, renewed purpose, and renewed hope. The journey continues, and your greatest days may still lie ahead. My beloved child, as you continue listening to this message, understand that the transformation coming into your life is not random. Nothing that truly matters happens by accident. Even the moments that seemed chaotic, painful, or unfair have been shaping your character for this next season. You may have wondered why certain doors closed, why certain people walked away, or why some dreams took longer than expected to become reality. The answers may not have been clear then, but clarity is beginning to rise like the morning sun after a long night. There were seasons when you felt invisible. You gave your best effort, yet your work went unnoticed. You offered kindness, yet it was not always returned. You remained faithful to your responsibilities, yet reward seemed delayed. In those moments, it was easy to believe that your efforts were meaningless. But every act of perseverance was building a foundation. Every lesson learned in private was preparing you for opportunities that would eventually become public. The change approaching your life will require you to release the belief that your past defines your future. Too many people carry old failures as if they are permanent labels. They allow yesterday's mistakes to determine tomorrow's possibilities. But your story is bigger than your setbacks. Your future is not limited by your past experiences. What happened before may have shaped you, but it does not have to control you. There is a reason why storms do not last forever. Nature itself teaches that seasons change. Winter eventually gives way to spring. Night eventually gives way to morning. In the same way, difficult seasons in life are temporary. They may feel endless while you are experiencing them, but they do not last forever. A new season is already forming beyond the horizon. Some of the blessings entering your life will arrive through unexpected people. Be open to new connections. Not everyone you meet is meant to stay forever, but some individuals will play important roles in helping you move toward your purpose. Listen carefully. Learn from others. Remain humble enough to receive guidance and wise enough to recognize opportunities. You have spent too much time questioning whether you deserve happiness. Let this truth settle into your heart. You do not need permission from the world to pursue a meaningful and fulfilling life. Your value does not depend on the approval of strangers. You are worthy of love, respect, growth, and joy simply because you exist. As transformation unfolds, you may notice old fears trying to regain control. Fear often becomes louder when change is near. It whispers doubts into your mind. It reminds you of past disappointments. It attempts to convince you that failure is inevitable. Do not believe those lies. Fear is not a reliable guide. Courage grows whenever you move forward despite uncertainty. There are dreams within your heart that you have almost given up on. Some were placed there years ago. Others emerged more recently. Perhaps you stopped talking about them because too much time passed. Perhaps you grew tired of waiting. Yet the dream remains because it still matters. Sometimes a dream survives every disappointment because it is connected to your purpose. The next chapter of your life may require you to think bigger than before. Many people limit themselves because they become comfortable with small expectations. They stop believing that significant change is possible. They settle for survival when they were created for growth. Do not allow fear to shrink your vision. Allow hope to expand it. A powerful lesson is coming into your life. Not every delay is a denial. Sometimes the timing was not right. Sometimes important preparation was still taking place behind the scenes. Sometimes you needed additional wisdom, strength, or experience before receiving what you desired. Looking back, you may eventually realize that certain delays were blessings in disguise. There are hidden strengths within you that have not yet been fully revealed. Challenges have already uncovered some of them, but more remain dormant. The opportunities ahead will call those strengths into action. You will discover abilities you did not know you possessed. You will handle situations that once seemed impossible. You will surprise yourself with your resilience. My beloved child, do not underestimate the power of small daily choices. Massive change is often the result of consistent actions repeated over time. One encouraging thought. One healthy habit. One courageous decision. One act of discipline. These small choices accumulate until they create extraordinary results. The people who discouraged you may not understand the path you are walking. That is because they can only see the present moment, while purpose often stretches far beyond what is immediately visible. Continue moving forward even when others fail to understand your vision. Not every journey requires universal approval. You are entering a season where opportunities will test your willingness to grow. Growth can be uncomfortable because it requires change. It asks you to leave familiar patterns behind. It challenges old assumptions. It invites you into unfamiliar territory. Yet discomfort is often a sign that development is taking place. Pay attention to your words. The language you use influences the direction of your life. Speak hope instead of defeat. Speak possibility instead of limitation. Speak faith instead of fear. Your words may not instantly change your circumstances, but they can change your mindset, and mindset influences action. Many people wait for confidence before taking action. Yet confidence often comes after action, not before it. The first step may feel uncertain. The second step may still feel uncomfortable. But with each step forward, confidence grows stronger. Do not wait for perfect certainty. Progress requires movement. There may be moments ahead when you are tempted to quit. You may feel tired. You may encounter unexpected obstacles. You may question whether your efforts are worth it. During those moments, remember how far you have already come. Remember the battles you have survived. Remember the strength that carried you through difficult times. A fresh sense of purpose is awakening within you. You may not have all the answers yet, but you are beginning to recognize what truly matters. The distractions that once consumed your energy are losing their power. Your focus is becoming clearer. Your priorities are becoming stronger. Do not allow comparison to steal your joy. Someone else's success does not diminish your potential. Someone else's journey does not determine your destiny. The only path you are responsible for walking is your own. Celebrate the progress of others while remaining committed to your own growth. There is healing taking place within areas of your life that have been wounded for a long time. Emotional wounds, disappointments, regrets, and broken expectations do not have to define your future. Healing may not happen overnight, but every step toward healing creates more room for peace, hope, and renewal. The coming season will reveal that some of your greatest victories occur within your heart before they appear in the world around you. When you conquer fear, that is a victory. When you choose forgiveness, that is a victory. When you continue believing despite disappointment, that is a victory. My beloved child, the massive change approaching your life is not only about external blessings. It is also about internal transformation. It is about becoming stronger, wiser, kinder, and more confident. It is about learning to trust your journey. It is about recognizing your value. It is about embracing the future with faith rather than fear. One day you will look back on this season and realize that what felt like an ending was actually a beginning. What seemed like a setback was actually preparation. What looked like a closed door was actually redirection towards something better. Continue moving forward. Continue believing. Continue growing. The road ahead contains lessons, opportunities, friendships, victories, and moments of joy that you cannot yet imagine. The transformation has already begun, even if you cannot fully see it. Trust the process. Trust the journey. And remember that every step forward brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. My beloved child, as this message continues, I ask you to quiet the noise around you for a moment and listen carefully. There are blessings moving toward you that cannot be seen with ordinary eyes. There are opportunities being prepared, connections being arranged, and lessons being completed.